either disordered or you're routed, kind of a thing.
Hmm.
So, but I was seeing here, okay, you know, and it doesn't look like the cavalry moves on top of the square. Is that correct? The cavalry is just
No, no,
engaged adjacent
you
to the
never,
square.
never enter an enemy square. That's
Okay.
right. Yeah,
Not like La Bataille. Sorry,
that's
I
right.
was had a just as I was getting ready here, I put down my glass of ginger ale and I spilled it all over.
Oh my
I did hear
goodness.
something sounded dire. I couldn't figure out what it was.
Well, that's not no fun. Let's make sure you don't do that when we're playing
Yeah.
at the Buckeye. Although somebody had posted something on either the Labatai Facebook page or maybe it was the Labatai Consim, talking about the different, which liquids were the worst to spill on your map.
Oh my goodness.
And so from his experience, he'd said that beer was the least problematic to
Interesting.
spill. Something else he'd spilled, and the
And then
and the units like sucked up all of the liquid, kind
I
of thing.
I'm
And
sitting trying to figure out why you would continue having drinks in the presence of your games. I would think a maximum of once would be
yeah,
required.
yeah,
Oh goodness! There was a game. I don't know.
Well, maybe they
2013.
drank a lot of beer and they never remember. So
yeah.
Yeah,
That could be
yeah.
it. He kept forgetting.
2013 or so, I think. I was at Conthim World, and there was a drink spilled on. It was one of those huge market garden games.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
And the guy who did the spilling, of course, was not the guy who owned the game.
right.
So you can well imagine there was a hue and cry. And of course, ever since then at Consume World, it's like John is pretty stern. Keep the drinks off the tables. I don't want any of the stress and any of the grief. Let's
Right.
keep the drinks away. Because that was kind of a lot of drama, and he doesn't like the drama, and I don't blame him. Anyway,
Well, you've got that new fancy game table. Does it have like a separate cup holder things that kind of
no,
dangle
but
off the side, or?
there are plenty of places around where
Mm-hmm.
you can put drinks. Yeah. So, and I do not find myself needing to put drinks on there. I, it probably would be more awkward if you were sitting on the other side because there wouldn't really be anything nearby.
Right.
There's just a bed behind you, but that's hardly useful for putting a drink. So yeah, I don't know.
Well,
Mm.
live and
Well,
learn.
all right, gents.
Well, we're not
Where do you?
likely to spill any drinks on our vassal
Well, I
game
certainly hope not,
here. We might
because
spill it on the
it's
keyboard,
running
but
running on my laptop. Then
there you go.
not really a big fan of that.
Yeah,
So it is 10:40, I understand.
that is correct. 1040.
And are we now done with reinforcements?
Uh,
I am.
I think we are.
yeah,
I
I
think
think
that
we've
was
got
it.
everything in that's supposed to be in.
Okay. Well, that's grand. All
I
right. Well
mean, we
then.
still have stuff that is streaming on the road.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
But those are
but
pre-established, so
the
all
1020 turn
was
uh,
the
was the
last.
last of the stuff for the Prussians and was the last of the stuff for the Austrians. I think.
Alrighty.
Yep. So
Well, that
now
sounds
it's
like a
just
wiener.
now it's just a matter of us taking stuff off the table as it gets destroyed.
Well,
What about my
that's
B-52 bombers? When do they come in?
They come
that's
in about
a
200
little later.
years.
A little later, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they come in the 1957 turn, not the 1757 turn.
Right.
So,
That
yeah,
was the difference.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then I guess it's probably my turn for chucking.
Yep.
And so the dice will be chucked. And right off the bat,
We get a 7-0.
right off the bat, I have to move the cat off of all of
Oh
my
yeah, to
guests.
get your stuff.
And but
So
I'm not
this
trying to be.
is a pick a command to perform a free disorder recover rally phase.
Oh, I could use that in my Fauntenoy game.
Well, go ahead. Feel free to.
Okay, thank you. I don't guess. I'm sorry. That's for us.
Yep, that's for
Yeah.
us. So I don't have
I,
anybody, but
I've
you've
got
got
the
a guy
one.
who's
I got
shaken.
the one who's
Hey,
shaken,
Yeah.
and 1, 2, 3, 4. He is in range of his commander. So yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and do him.
Okay.
And here we go. Brrrr. Not gonna be enough, probably. Oh, I don't know. Probably might be.
He's a
Nope.
31. Shaken is what? Plus 10?
Yeah, he needed a 30. Yeah, he needed a 41.
Yep.
Yeah, I was a little like chagrined to find out he was kind of not so great. But oh well.
Well, talk to Kleist about training his troops
I
better.
will. I will. God, they suck. All right, on we go. It's my roll again. That's
15.
one for the bad
That is
guys.
one for the Austrians.
the bad guy. What are you talking?
Yeah, we're the ones who
One for the guy
invaded
with the red pants. Yeah, we're the
ones
invaders. Yeah.
invaded Silesia, invaded Saxony. You know,
Yeah,
but
you
but
know.
but it's manifest destiny or something. I don't
It
know.
is. It is. It's the Prussian equivalent of it.
Mm,
What could possibly go wrong?
a marvelous question.
Yeah. I mean, the idea of
Uh,
Germans having some sort of manifest destiny,
Mm-mm.
that'll only end in happiness for everyone, right?
Yeah, we'll all be singing beer songs.
Exactly. Wearing lederhoser.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what are you going to activate, Mr. Austrian?
let's see. What do I want to
It's
activate
always
here?
the tough part to get the first activation of the night after a week off. It's like, I don't know. What do I want to do?
Oh, let's see.
You've got no shortage of things to activate.
Mm-hmm. And remember, if you don't want to activate, you can always just let us.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. You look at all those things and just think, nah, I want to see what they do first.
Let's see. I think. Well, I think I know who I want to, but I'm not sure what I want to do.
Yeah, sure.
There you go.
I
That's
definitely want to
that's
do
par for
something.
the course. I want to move somebody, but I just don't know what I'm going to do once I do that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, where's the formation change chart?
Oh, you don't need to do that if you're just going to voluntarily route.
Yep.
Yep,
That doesn't
yeah.
cost anything.
Doesn't cost anything at all. Yeah.
No. Gotta be a good defensive line. Like, I don't know, maybe the Rhine. That'd be a good defensive line.
And let's see what runs. I mean, is it the Moldau that runs through Prague, or is that?
Oh boy, let's think about that.
I mean, it's the Danube that runs through Vienna. We
Yeah,
can.
but I don't think it's the Elbe. I think the Elbe
No, the
goes
Elbe is over
east
there.
of there.
Yeah, that's over there. That's Dresden is on the Elbe.
Um, I am not sure of the name. And again,
Shocking.
without Precious Glory sitting here, I can't look at that map, so I'm not 100% sure
There we go. Well,
which one it is.
All
If
right.
only we had a way to learn this information, like
nearly instantaneously.
the entire collected knowledge of humanity.
All right. I think I'll do Stolberg
Solberg.
guy,
Okay. All right.
and he's in range of Koenigsegg, and he's in range of Brown, so I don't have to roll to put him in command. Disorder first. He has a disordered unit underneath him. Remove that disorder. Oh, and I'm also
Oh,
activating the 3 artillery up here in
Sure.
this
Yep.
area. And I'm also activating my 3 skirmish units up to the north.
yep.
I
That's
have
cool.
I have to roll for them, right? To
Yes, you
see if
would.
they're in command. So I will roll for this one here. Let's see if he's in command. Yes, he's in
like it.
command. Now this one, let's see if he's in command. Yeah, he's in command. And the one in, do I want him? Or want him just stay there? Okay. All right, so remove my disorder from that guy. Firing is next, right?
Correct.
It would be if you were so inclined to fire.
All right, so we will shoot the howitzer here
Uh-huh.
at your shaken guys there.
Radio.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do we got?
So I think they're times 3.
Yep.
Yep.
Howitzer
Yeah.
is at 5 is times 3, so
I think
6.
it's going to be 1 to 2.
10.
Yeah, 6 to 10 would be 1 to 2.
1 to 2. And I
Probably going to need a 90.
yeah.
I don't think that's going to do it.
An 87. It just says R.
Yeah, that would be enough for that return fire if we were using that return fire, but obviously return fire is meaningless here anyway, so I propose that that's nothing. But it's probably not doing these guys any favors as they try to get unshaken.
All right.
So.
Now the 6-pounder here. Let's shoot at that one there. So we determined he was +5 and plus another 5 because actually he's probably a plus 15.
Well, he's on a level 3, and the other guy's on a level 2, right?
He's
And then
on
you're
level
in
1.
the.
No, level 1 is more than half of that.
Wait, which X are we talking about? We're talking
This
about that one?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, he's right there on the
Yeah,
cusp of it,
yeah,
yeah.
no, it definitely is, yeah.
Um, five times, so it's 10. 1 to 1 plus 15.
Yep.
Oh, I needed that 87.
And that actually would give me return fire. Of course, it's meaningless, but, I'll take it.
And what's the other one? So this is, oh, all right. So times 3, 1 to 2. So this one's firing on there,
Hmm.
and so it's only plus 10, 1 to 2. Agreed?
Well, I'm curious. Are you firing down the spine of the hex? I mean,
Doesn't
like,
matter.
oh, well, that's what I'm curious about. How it works.
Oh, because of this
Yeah,
guy
the
here.
problem. Yeah, the
Yeah.
problem there is, I mean, at most you'd be firing with one of the two increments. I am still struggling a little bit with that LOS.
Yeah. Okay. Because yeah, you are correct. Because if it's like if it, okay, so in these rules, if it follows half of so it would be half, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, because your LOS is blocked.
So if you
Or
want 1 to 3
partially blocked. So
if
yeah.
you 1 to 3 plus 10.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
No.
1 to 3 plus 10. 99. Nah. All right.
Nah.
Oh shoot.
Thought you just did.
No, I'm unfortunately getting my rules mixed up.
Oh dear.
All right. All right. So come out of hook costs 1.
One. Yeah.
I'm gonna come out of hook for 1. I'm gonna back up 1 more. Oops. Which is 2.
2, 3. Yeah.
All right.
And a disorder check.
And
You're
a
done.
disorder check. Right. I'm debating whether to put it back into hook again.
Oh, I see.
Is there anything special about that square since he's in his?
I mean, it's still your flank, but obviously, from a close combat perspective, I have to deal with the other people I'm in front of. I can't just ignore those guys. But on the other hand, from a pure fire combat perspective, it is just a flank.
Yeah, let's put it back in there. Now I'll do my disorder check. Yeah.
Right?
Is it, oh, left hook, right hook, okay.
Yeah, I think
I was trying to
the,
flip.
the Vassal module's thoughtful enough to let you just flip them and it'll do it for you.
All right, so
Yeah.
right hook, and yeah, he passed his disorder check. All right, what else here? So this. Oh no, I don't actually. Yeah, never mind. That's fine. Okay, so oh, why is this guy flipped over? He's not routed. Um, and he's part of the one I activated, right? Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know which guy you're talking about.
I'm talking about this guy right here.
Oh, yeah, he's got an ST on him.
Right. All right. So
For some reason, he was flipped over.
Yeah, he was.
yeah.
Oh, curious.
But I don't recall him being routed.
No,
Yeah.
no, I'm sure he wasn't. Not yet.
Give him time.
Oh yeah.
Give him time.
I mean, it's still pretty early. Memory serves, right?
No, I was so.
Particularly when we come up with the flamethrowers, that'll unnerve them slightly.
That would probably cause a serious modification to your morale check.
All right, my 2 activated
Skirmishers?
Skirmishers, yep.
skirmishers. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well,
Oh,
actually, that's
2.
5.
No, it isn't.
Oh no, you're right. It isn't. Sorry. Actually, it turns out it wouldn't matter anyway because you could rapid march if you wanted to.
See, I had this great plan last week when I was looking at that, and I'm going to run them. I was checking the road, but we fire first. So,
Well, yeah. Yeah,
well,
there is that.
Well, in La Bataille,
right, you
Right.
fire,
Fire.
move, and then you
So
fire, yeah.
oh yeah, I'm gonna get it. I'm running up there. I'm gonna fire.
Absolutely.
All right, but I'll just run up there.
Well, and I presume that you don't, if you're in road column, you don't exert a EZOC or anything like that. So,
Well, he does.
So
but it's
the
right
funny
there.
but
part
right
is,
there,
is
yeah, okay.
Is at least according to the standard rules, the zone of control is the hex directly in front,
Right,
which actually makes no sense, right? I mean,
Yeah.
because, but whatever. But that is the rule. So.
yeah. It's all right. I'll send some light cavalry. Clear them away.
Thanks for that. That's really awesome.
It'll arrive sometime after the scenario is over.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, yeah.
So I guess that should. All right. I know I took a long time. Sorry. All right, I'm done.
All right. Back to the die rolls.
I can't
Eric?
assault with the skirmishers, right?
Sorry?
I can't assault with the skirmishers, can I?
No, you certainly can't. No.
I didn't think so. Yeah.
All right, time for me to roll. Here we go. A 99.
Sounds.
We are pushing
With
the clock
authority.
right off the bat.
All right. And that is one for us. Since,
It is one for us.
Herr
So,
Frederick hasn't yet been indisposed this hour.
exactly. So I'm going to defer to you, Michael DeGrossa.
Oh, what did you just call me?
Michael DeGrossa.
I could go anywhere in the world and be treated like dirt, sir. I don't have to take it from you.
I didn't say the gross. That would have been different things.
Oh no,
Yeah,
no, that would
yeah.
have been rude.
You are definitely great.
Michael
So-
the Large.
Michael
The
the Large.
That makes me feel a great deal better. Thank you.
All right. So what do you want to do? I don't have anything that's pressing on my end of the universe. So
Yeah, no, you probably don't. Probably things that couldn't wait a while, I would guess. So yeah, so I guess I'll probably deal with things down here. And since he's already moved, it's kind of up to me which one I feel like doing.
Well, he's moved one of the commands. He still has Veed. I think he's got Veed here, right?
Uh,
Down here by
yeah,
Kej, so. But yeah, he's.
right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
He,
Um, yeah, let's go ahead and do what's his doodle? Kleist. I'll just roll to see how he's doing from a command perspective. Probably fine.
yeah.
Probably fine. Okay, there we go. All right. No disorder to recover from. So we'll just go ahead and start putting fellas in order. We'll move him 1 and 2. And I will move him 1, 2, whoops, 3. And then we will move these fellas forward 1. And these guys are already in line. I'll be darned. Isn't that handy? 1, 2. And then how many guys have I got behind? Have I still got one,
You've
two,
got
three
three more
battalions
battalions,
left?
yeah.
All right, fair enough. Then I think what I'll do is I will move this guy. Oh, that's awkward. He's really only going to get to move that far. That's going to be a half. And then that's going to be 1.5. And of course, he's facing that way. And then the village is going to cost 1, so that's 2.5. And then we're going to make that 3.5. That'll do for the moment. All right, and this guy's going to move up 1. That's going to be 1.5, and then 2.5. I'll put him into road, or put him out of road column, and so that's good enough there. And then this guy's going to be 1, 2, and he'll actually be facing that away. Comme ça. And actually, I guess at that point he is in a straight line. I could go ahead and take him out as well.
Sure.
Yeah, might as well. I mean, I got the extra movement point, so I might as well. So let's see. He would have moved 1, 2, 3. So actually, he could also go ahead and turn 4. All right. And then we will put Mr. Kleist here and flip him over. Magnifique!
All right. It's time for David to roll. $79. Well, that moves the clock also.
And
It
one
does
for
indeed.
me. Again.
Yep. Another one for the bad guys.
Harumph!
All right. What's the target for today, David?
Target for today. Let's do the other guy over there. What's his name?
Veed?
Eid. Let's see if he's in command. Nope. Which shouldn't matter anyways. Let's see what we want. actually. Let's see. For a turn. 1.5. Yeah, let's. So that's 2.5. That's 3.5. Okay. One, two. Can I move somebody in the square with the hook?
I'm not sure it.
So you just
Oh,
want to add
well,
another person to it?
as long as they've got movement points enough to adopt the hook themselves.
Okay. So that's 1.5, 2.5, and he's 3.5 to adopt the hook, correct?
Correct. Oh, it looks like he's got a defensive line there, Michael.
That's fine. Absolutely fine.
Because we're the Prussians.
No, it's just mostly if he has a defensive line there, he doesn't have it somewhere else.
Oh, there you go.
That was honestly my primary objective in coming across the little causeway there. Just spreading them out.
There we go. Well, and once we capture all the canoes that are here on the little lakes, then we'll come
Mm,
across and flank them again.
exactly.
Your roll, Michael.
Ah, wonderful. I will do that myself, and here we go. Badoom.
Boom.
Wow, we are
It's another
really
big one.
banging down the hours here. Okay. All right, and that's another one for the good guys.
Yep. Why don't you go ahead and take that one too?
Okay. Now this is an interesting one because it happens so very rarely. But I'm actually not 100% sure how you handle it. So I've got a 2-hex road column in front of these skirmishers.
Correct.
Obviously, if they do anything, they're going to get shot at,
Correct.
and that's fine. What I'm trying to figure out is, though, what do they shoot at?
Well, they are.
Are they shooting at the unit? Are they shooting at the hex? I'm just trying to figure out when it's a 2-hex line or 2-hex square or 2-hex column in this case. It's like, I mean, are they both firing at the unit? As long as they can hit at least part of the unit? Because after all, one of his 2 skirmish units obviously can see both of those hexes. One of
Correct.
them can only see one, so I'm just like, I, that feels like the right thing to do, but it's just one of those things that has happened so rarely in my experience. That I imagine it probably says in here somewhere. I just don't really know. A multi-hex infantry unit's target unit size is total infantry divided by number of hexes it occupies. Okay, well that's fine. I'm just trying to figure out what do we. I'm just not sure what the specific rule is.
Well,
Just because it has
you
not
are.
occurred to me very often.
Well, I think you'd be shot by
would
both,
you?
right? Because you're changing formation.
No. I get that. I think so.
Yeah.
What's troubling me is I don't know the rule, and what's also troubling me is that's all well and good because right now both of the hexes he can shoot at
Yeah.
from both of his, but that won't always be the case.
Right.
So I'm trying to figure out, okay, what's the actual more general rule? Because I'm pretty okay if I do anything, he's going to shoot at me.
Well, what are you going to do?
It doesn't matter what
So
I'm
so
going to do.
so let me just answer this for you. So it says opportunity fire triggered by a facing formation change is resolved after the facing formation change is completed using the formation and target unit aspect that it most favors the firing unit. The firing player gets to pick either the target unit's original facing formation or its new facing formation against which to fire.
I'm actually still okay with that too.
Okay.
I'm just working through the fact that I've got 2 units, one of which can see both hexes, one can only see one hex. What are they actually firing at? Are they firing at a hex? Are they firing at a unit? Are those resolved together?
I believe they're firing. Well, okay. Let's just say your movement, which the only one that makes any sense, is you come out of road column.
Right.
So you would come out of road column into the front hex. Now I would have the option of either firing before you consolidated into 2 or after you consolidated into the single hex.
Well,
if I opted for the first, I think I would have 2 fires. I would have a fire of this one against this hex and this one against this hex. Or if I waited to after, then I would have both of these firing at that hex.
I don't think that's so. 12.2C says no unit may be fired at more than twice. No, that's never mind. That doesn't count. It's frustrating because I want to see where it says this, but I don't want to hold up the game anymore looking for it.
Well, maybe I don't understand the distinction. It looks to me like you would consolidate into march column, right, as your first thing, and that's going to then trigger fire from both units because you're changing formation, and both units are there. And then, if you went from march column then to change into line, for example, then that's going to trigger another shot, kind of a thing. So I don't know that there's any. I don't understand what the distinction is that you're.
No, the problem is what you're saying makes a degree of sense. The problem is that it would be easy for there to be a scenario where that wasn't the case.
Well, it says here, a unit may opportunity fire any number of times, and at the same or different enemy units, any number of times in the movement segment. When several units are eligible to fire at the same enemy unit, their fire strengths are totaled and resolved.
I'm still not being clear.
Yeah.
Again, I'm having a problem with the idea of Are each of those skirmishers firing at a hex, or are they firing at a unit?
Well, I know in Labatai you're firing at a hex, right? But
Yeah.
I don't know what it is here in
I
Bar,
just,
and
I,
I don't know that. I mean, we can look this up, or you can send a note to Matthew.
no, I'm just gonna look it up later. I haven't had time to
Yeah,
look at it.
yeah.
Um,
So I presume you're going to try to activate that leader
yeah,
over here.
whoever the hell that is.
That is
Uh,
Manstein
okay.
or Manstein.
All right. All right. So he rolled a 3, so he's fine. Bup, 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 bup. One, one, half, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5. Okay, I can live with that. All right. Well, I'll go ahead and take these guys out of road column and let them go ahead and route away. So take your shot.
All right. Well, I I would fire both on the one where you.
I don't think it's meaningful. I think
Yeah, you
just
just
the two are a single combat. They are.
you would combine them, right?
All right. So it's and they're
And
what, threes, and
right.
it's a times
And in
5
skirmish you
for the
have 3, so
ranger.
it's 15, so it's going to be 30. So it's going to be a 3-to-1, right?
y- y-
So fire defense.
Yes, it's going to be 3-to-1.
Okay.
Into the flank, right?
Yeah, except it actually doesn't make any sense for that to be the flank, and in fact, there's an optional rule that covers that because
Oh,
that
that's
isn't a
right.
flank,
Because
right? I mean, that looks like the same as a line aspect. So, but whatever. I mean,
31 at 3-to-1 is 1M.
one hit. Yeah.
So just one hit.
Well, it's a one DM.
right,
Oh, because it's opportunity fire. Okay. I
right.
was
Yeah,
looking
it's
at the
over
other
on the right
side.
hand side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, that guy's good.
No shit. Yeah.
Oh, they're little grenadiers, aren't they?
So the first one was your disorder check, and the second one is your.
Well, there's no morale check. You rolled an odd number.
Oh.
Uh, yeah, that's good enough. All right. So I'll just go ahead and form into line.
get another shot, right? Still 3-1.
Yeah. So I think that's the same thing, right?
3-1 now.
A 1DM.
Well, except it's there's a disorder check and there's a morale check this time. So disorder check first, and then a morale check, and that's no modifier on the morale check. Okay. So that's a half. That's 1.5. I guess in theory, that guy could be shooting at him while he's doing this. I don't know what his multiplier is at 2 hex range.
Is
It
Times
is times 2. Yes,
Yeah.
you'd have
So,
6.
so that's
6 to 10. It's a 1 to 2 shot.
oh, actually, if I'm going to do it that way, then I'll just go ahead and put him in March column right now instead. So you get a shot there with him in road column if you like, but whatever, he's in March column. So what is that? 1 to 2.
Yeah. Shouldn't be anything.
Nope, that's a nothing.
Okay, that's 1. That's 1.5. You can shoot again. These are, yeah. Okay, so I guess that was nothing as well.
Yep.
Yep.
So that's 2.5.
And I get
Nope, because you could shoot with half of
right,
what your
'cause
stuff
he's
is.
leaving that hex, so
So you would be at a 1 to 3.
right.
Nope.
All right, so he's at 1, 1.5, 2.5, and so then he'll go 3.5, and that guy could shoot at him at
no.
1 to 3.
That's 3.5, and that's 4.5, 5.5, and he'll roll for his disorder for rapid march. Okay. And he's gonna go 1. And then 2 to come out. And you can shoot when he comes out of road column. 1 to 2.
Nope.
No. That was 1, 2. He spent 2.
Mhm.
All right. And so that's 3. You can get another shot.
Nope.
And 4, 5. And I'll roll my disorder.
Why is it
Check.
4, 5?
Zone of control.
Oh, okay.
Go into zone of control, and I get another shot.
I always
going
keep
in.
forgetting that.
And nope. Lots of 70s.
Did you take a shot on that? Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You did. Okay.
Now I don't think I took the shot on your last movement in there. I did when you turned, when you moved out of line.
Oh, that's right. You did the one. You didn't do the other one. I'll do the other one.
Nope.
Okay. Well, let's see what else we got.
Is it only infantry that pays that extra price for moving into the EZOC?
Yeah, because charge movement isn't the same.
Isn't treated the same. Okay.
Yeah. That's a good point. I hadn't really thought about it, but it's true. 1, 2. Oh, okay. Sorry, I lost the plot for a moment. One, 1.5, 2.5. All right, so he's going to go 1.5, 2.5 to take him out of road column. I'm trying to figure out what. Oh, that's the marker on the board. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that was. I'm sorry. That was 1.5, 2.5 to come out. That's 3.5 to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll just stick with that for the moment. And then I'm
You
trying
still
to
have one last
remember
guy up
from
here.
that
Yeah.
command, right? Yeah, okay. And so he will come on 1, 2, 3. Hmm. I think I might just leave him in road. Okay. And then the Commandante. I will just send him round over this way. All right. We'll all go in for close assaults. So I'll just go ahead and start with the guy up at the top of the map and work my way down. So morale checks are as follows. That's 1, and this is going to be 2, and that's going to be 3, and that's going to be a special result for morale. And that's going to be pre-melee morale check, Prussian 5. The unit stacked with the leader, it's a -15. Otherwise, it's a +10. So it's going to be a +10 for the last guy there.
Oh, he's happy.
I think he's all right. Okay. Um, we'll go ahead and just we'll put these 2 units in the first attack there. And so then we need well, we either need a defender morale check or we need a retreat before combat, I guess, either one.
Yeah. Let me figure out how the retreat before close combat works.
All right.
That's 13.9. All right, so just complete the result for another defender morale. There's that defender make morale check B. Defenders and good morale that fail become shaken. Defenders and shaken are types that have the option to retreat. These types are defined in Battle Dune. So now instead of making the defender morale check,
Right. Effectively, you make a slightly different morale check after you've withdrawn.
reactive units, even those which do not.
And how far can they retreat?
1 or 2, I think. Their choice.
$20.1.
Yeah. 1 or 2 retreating player's choice away from the enemy designated to attack it. And do a morale check D instead of a morale check B, but you do it at the end of the retreat. I think you can't. What? You can't. I felt there was something about you can't change facing. I think you have to end in the same facing you started with. Yeah, units must end their retreat in the same formation, same facing, occupying the same number of hexes as which they began their retreat.
All right. Now, does that trigger any fire from you?
No, retreating before close combat is not movement,
Okay.
and therefore doesn't trigger opportunity fire or opportunity charges.
All right, I'm gonna retreat that one this way. And this one that way.
Okay, and
And morale check D, right?
yeah, I think it's D, and actually, I gotta confess, I'd have to look to see what the subtleties are between B and D. They're subtle.
Not shaken. I'm not. I don't have losses. No army morale yet. So the rule looks like no modifier.
Like terrain effect and army morale looks like, if you haven't.
And leader.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think it's basically
straight
two
up.
straight up rolls.
Yeah, I'll probably. So the left guy here, we'll do him first now. Full big. Nope, that wasn't big enough. So he comes what?
Shaken.
Shaken.
Yeah, there is no disorder for skirmishers. Because, I mean, they're so close to disordered already.
Check. I think they're 40s. Yeah.
Yeah, he would
Yeah,
become
fail
shaken.
units are shaken. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you were already shaken and you did it, then and you failed, you'd be routed.
So he's not in skirmish formation. Well, he has to be.
No, he is. Yeah. Shaken is not a formation.
Right. Okay.
So
It's a
so
state
he
of
is-
mind.
It is a state of mind, exactly.
It's how you're feeling that day.
And the other fella here to the right,
All right.
he is fine.
All right.
Now, can you advance into?
Yeah, in fact, I might have
Yeah,
to.
if all
honestly.
defenders retreat,
think I
attacker
do.
must advance into those vacated hexes per advance after combat,
Right.
but may not pursue, and may not initiate another close combat.
Right. So, yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. Probably. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. All right, so that's it. And we flip him over, and that is that. My goodness, we are off to a slow start tonight, boys.
Well, this is what
But
happens. It's all
it's been
David's
interesting,
fault.
You know, it should. I mean, that was really the only thing that's well, maybe not the only thing, but that's one of the few things that's. Really
That's most of it, anyway.
have
Yeah.
any effect, and the rest of the stuff should go more quickly from here on out.
All right, I think it's my turn to roll. Here we go. Ah, another big roll.
Oh, wow, it sure is. And we only had an advantage of 1, so that's an Austrian.
Yep, that's an Austrian
Move.
one.
All right.
All right. Let us go. Let's see. Let's do the cavalry unit down here. Hohenzollern.
Hohenzollern. There we go.
See if he's in command. I'm sure
Probably
he's
not.
He's a-
Yeah, he's a 2. He is not. He does not understand the word initiative.
Oh, my gosh. 2.
All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hmm.
All right. Big excitement.
All right. That all makes sense. And I think it's your
Yep.
roll now, David.
David's turn to roll. Ah,
Good Lord.
another big, huge move
The
here.
time is flying by.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, clearly, since we don't have any of the shenanigans going on up north anymore, we should probably look further south and look for other units that could do something useful. We've got all this artillery sitting on the Kaiserstrasse.
Right.
We've got. Um, now refresh my memory because I'm trying to remember who owns what. Lechwitz is mine.
Yes, Lechwitz is yours, and so is Bevern. Right, and they're both hanging out down here. They've gotten those two units where they need to go.
Those units, yeah. So those
Yeah.
guys are free to leave.
Yep, because my commander's here. So
And then the guys on the road back behind. Who is that?
I think they are part of Bevern's. That's Brandes.
That's Brandes from Lechwitz.
Yeah.
And then the guys behind him are Brandes, Lechwitz. Okay, all right, so all good. So those guys honestly can stay on the road.
Right.
But the guns need to activate with somebody. And I'm guessing that what we're looking at here, and then correct me if I'm wrong, is that either that's an extraneous marker or that unit's still in road column.
It's still in road column, I believe.
Okay, which I'm totally okay with.
Yeah.
All right. Obviously they're artillery, so they need to activate with somebody.
Right.
You might as well activate, whichever of Harchimoy. What is that? Trescow?
That's Trescow is here, and so I could bring up. I could bring up these guys and start forming another line. Yeah.
All those guys there.
Yeah.
Are the guys.
Yep. Yep.
So, I mean, if you want to, if that's not the most important thing for you to do, but if we've got an activation, that seems like a reasonable time for it, or a reasonable thing to do, and then move the guns.
Yeah. Yeah. We can do that. Okay, so I will go ahead and activate Trescow then.
Mm-hmm.
And who have we got? He's got all of these guys along here. And that is... Okay, so...
Because he is half of Harchimoy, right?
Yep. And Harchimoy, I believe, is right here. So, all right, so we can go ahead and have this guy... that's going to be 1 and 2, and then we can have him come out of road, so that's going to be 3. And let's see, the way he's facing right now, I think it'd be too costly to put him in the line.
Yeah, because that's the wrong way, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah, so I will just push him another half to get him there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then we can put him in line next time.
Right.
All right, and then this chap, same thing. So we got 1, 2, 3.
Are you going to activate him with the officer because he's out of command?
Oh.
No, he
1, 2, 3, 4. Does he not trace through his colleagues? Is there not some sort of regimental, because he's part of the same regiment. Do they not trace from the person who's in front of them?
But his first unit was right
Yeah, I mean the first unit was right here where
there.
this guy is, right?
Yeah.
And then the second.
3.
So this is the first battalion, and this is the second battalion. So do the battalions have to be in? Do we have an idea of communicating battalions?
For purposes of attachment, no, that's not what I want. For tracing command ranges, adjacent units of the same regiment are considered as the same as a single unit, regardless of the unit's facing or formation or whether disordered or shaken. A unit may only stack with. Well, wait a minute. Actually. Oh yeah, that absolutely is two halves of the same regiment.
Yeah, so I'm that's why I wouldn't know why that they would have any command issue, because the first battalion was in command, and
adjacent units of the same regiment are considered as a single unit, regardless of the units. So for purposes of tracing command ranges, they were one unit.
Yeah.
As long as they were adjacent.
Yeah.
And as long as no one was routed.
Yeah. No, they were all adjacent at the beginning because they were in 2-hex road column. Yeah.
Right. And for them to have integrity, they couldn't be stacked with anybody who wasn't a member of the regiment, but they were. I mean, they weren't, so that wasn't. Yeah. So I think he was in command.
Okay.
Okay, so I moved those guys.
1, 2, 3, and then out of.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and then out of road.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Yeah. Very good. All
right. So now, if you want to move the artillery.
Oh, I don't know why I'm moving them, but okay. I mean, I can.
Well, because you've got to try to. We've got to try to get them where we want them.
It's your activation, so I was just going to let you do whatever you needed to do. I think it makes more sense to take him out of road. It's not adding anything to him anymore. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're still far enough away that the guns can't do us a whole lot of good, even though we're limbered. But we probably will want to get unlimbered before too long, I would guess.
Yeah.
Just because they're tempting targets when they're limbered.
Yes.
So probably would rather not do that. All right. Well, if that's the case, then yep, that's a good call. Just mark those all as finished, and then flip Trescow.
Yep.
And I can have my wing commanders back. It'll be awesome.
Yep. It'll be a party.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That was David's big fat roll, I think, on that last one. So
yeah. Well, it's probably time for another special, don't you think?
I think any time that we get stuff to move like that, we have to roll.
Dag-nabbit, no special.
We need to take a shot every time the end of turn marker moves.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Strangely, we never finish a turn. Yeah. Not really sure how that happened, but there you are.
Yeah, it's fun that way.
Ooh, yeah. Okay. All right. Well, then, let's see. What else have we got? Looked like you've got some other guys who are making their way forward.
Yep, I got these guys here that are part of. They're part of Foucault, or yes, Foucault.
Oh, I see. Even though they're grenadiers, but they're part of. No, it's Fouquet.
Fouquet. Okay, thank you. Gesundheit.
Yeah, you're welcome. No, I think that's another leader.
Gesundheit, yes. It's another good German leader there.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So, I can activate, who is this? This is Saldim, and I can activate the guns that are here too, so I can get them moving somewhere. So, let me go ahead and I'll do that. And let's see here. what's a good thing to do? 1, 2, and I guess 3 gets him there. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this guy can... well, I can move the guns now, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
1,
those are
2,
6-pounders.
3, 4.
Right,
1,
yeah.
2, 3, 4. And let's move him up to the top. And then this guy can go... That's going to be 1 to go there.
Yep.
And 2 to form into line, I think. He's turning that way.
Turning left, yeah, that would just be another 1. Yep, so that's 2.
Yep. And that's 3 and 4. And then this chap will go 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and we've got
a bar player out of you,
yeah. Takes a little while, but yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Man,
Sorry?
he's got pink pants.
Well, it's better than brown trousers, I suppose.
There you go. There you go. Always important. All right.
I think it's you now.
Okay, here we go. Oh my God.
Gadzooks, another shot, boys.
Take another shot indeed. Swig of something.
All right. How are we doing now?
Yeah, so at this point it's our activation. So the question is, what do we
Right.
want to activate?
Well, probably time to 1, 2, 3. Move Zeton's guys up to where you
Right.
want them to be. Because if memory serves, they're still a tiny bit outside of.
They are a
charge
tiny bit
range.
out of charge range. So my question is, do I move them so that they're within my charge range but not his charge range, or
I mean, obviously that would be most advantageous.
right? But there's
Now, the
nothing to
thing-
stop him from, like, next turn he just moves back 2 hexes and screws me, kind of a thing.
Well, there's nothing to say. Well, sure, he can keep doing that all the way back to Prague if he wants. The other thing you could do, of course, is remember, there are going to be double moves.
Oh, okay.
In the context of those commands,
Right.
obviously, you might move second, but move first in the next turn. In which case,
Right.
So I mean, I don't want to over rotate on it. And the other thing I would hasten you to bear in mind, obviously, not all of that is perfectly clear terrain.
Right.
And you'd have to account for any changes of facing and things
Right.
like that. So you'd probably want to game that out. But let's say it's slightly more advantageous to do the charging yourself than to let the other guy do the charging.
Right.
And so clearly, to the extent you can, you'd rather put yourself in a position where he is less likely to be able to charge you than you are to be able to charge him. So. But it seems to me like maybe it's getting to be time before we run out of daylight here, because
Right.
the way we're going, we're running out of turn in a hurry.
Right. Okay. Well, then first, I mean, this first line is Stetchow, right? So I would need to
Yeah,
roll
but-
for his initiative for whatever it's
yeah.
worth. Okay, so he's a 6, and so he is in command,
Right.
or I mean, he's
Right.
within command of his leader, but his leader's not within command of anybody
Frederick,
else. Well, not
or
Frederick or
anybody,
even
or Schwerin.
Schwerin,
I mean,
yeah.
Either one doesn't matter. So
Yeah.
So no, he's fine now. Right. So then you just have to think. Well, okay. So where do you want to be?
yeah. So well, that is a good question.
And given that let's see, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then a charge range of 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think you're only 1 hex away from where you need to be in order to be in charge range.
Right, but do the ups and downs and things like that cost more during the during the
Uh,
turn?
n-
Oh, these are just
mm,
regular slopes, so they don't cost
well, the
anything.
regular slopes they do cost something in this game. So yeah, you're right. I was
No,
actually
actually,
counting.
they don't cost anything during the SCM cost, right? Isn't that
You are
the
exactly right. That
they're
for the
zero?
for the charge movement itself, but bear in mind. Oh yeah, yeah, I see what you mean. So if you were like, for example, in this hex,
Right.
and you declared a charge, yeah,
It
it
doesn't
cost
cost
you
anything.
it doesn't cost you anything to more than just the one to go there. So
Right.
that's interesting because it's different from the actual regular movement. So yeah, that's interesting. But obviously you have to be able to get to that hex, and I don't think there's anything other than that slope and the marsh in the area that would be problematic because I don't think that building and that tree and that
They
garden
they
area
don't they don't cost
that's
anything.
all
That's just considered
incidental. Yeah,
clear. That's all
yeah,
considered clear, right?
right. Yeah, so I don't know. You could move certainly one closer, and then probably be in a position to be able to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then hit them. 7, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. But I mean, also obviously bearing in mind that I mean you kind of get squeezed a little bit, so you'd have to figure out can you get squeezed and then get zoomed back out again
Right.
to be able to launch the attacks. I'm thinking that in charge movement, um, cavalry stacks cannot split during charge movement and may not change facing or formation, with the exception that line formation may contract its length at a rate of 1 hex per hex of charge movement. Um, so you'd kind of have to ponder how many um, how many hexes can you bring in there, considering you've got some constrained terrain in the middle,
Right.
and you'd be presumably on this hex row here if you wanted to. But in order for you to get there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many hexes have you got? You got 5 battalions or 5 squadrons, 5 hexes on the front line.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the front line.
right. But
Yeah.
you'd have to get them spread out. Is my
Right.
point. And so, if if they were all to move 1 hex forward,
Yeah.
as an example, and then they wanted to move like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, he could get there without having to change facing,
Right.
and somebody could undoubtedly get there. Somebody could get there. Somebody could get there. Somebody could probably get there by sneaking around the slope
Right.
by doing this. So then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexes worth of charging units.
Right.
And obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hexes of potential defending units. So at a slight disadvantage there. And I'm not speaking in terms of how many battalions or how many squadrons you're bringing.
Right.
Right. I'm just talking about how many hexes can you bring in if all you were going to do is just move up to this one.
Right.
So I don't know what the answer is.
Well, I'm going to move up more than that.
Well, you
That
could
solves
take
the
another.
problem.
Well, I was going to say you could take another approach of just saying you'd move up to here,
Yeah.
and now you're all doubled up,
Yeah.
and he's obviously can't charge around here, and he can't charge around here, and so you've got all your guys doubled up right there, and it's like, yeah, go ahead, charge me.
Right. And then I can
Right.
just unpack the next turn and
Exactly.
yeah. Yeah.
So that probably makes
I think
sense.
that's what I'm going to do. So 1,
Very
2, 3, 4, and let's see. This guy will go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get them all on the same thing. And 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's see. There, and there, and there. And then I can bring my dragoons up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops.
Bringing up the goons.
That way they can join in the party. All right, and then I'll move up my leader and flip him. All right, there we go.
Brilliant. I don't know whose roll it is.
I rolled the 88.
Eric rolled
so
an 88.
It's
So it
David's
must be
turn
David.
to give us
All
a wing
right, David.
activation. Ah, another big roll here.
Wow. Okay. Moving
And this
on
time
down.
it's the Austrians that get to push something around.
All right. Wow, we are going to be at the end of this turn in no time.
All right, what are you magically going to do, David?
Oh, let's see.
Third and 10, I'd punt.
God, some of these cavalry is huge. Werner Hussars A, B, C, D.
Yeah.
Zieten Hussars A, B, C, D. Sheesh.
And in the early version of the game, that is to say, in the like Zorndorf and
Colon.
what
They were all
Colon,
one
or-
single.
they were all single units.
Wow.
Yeah. And so yeah, it was fairly routine to see a 24-7,
Yeah,
and it's just like, what in the world?
it's like a.
And I guess you could do them into extended lines, and I suppose that's what they imagined you'd do.
Right.
Pizza? Do you want any?
No.
Obviously, 24/7. That's a 48 size for fire combat.
He's still home in the day.
No, he's gone
I'm
off to
going
work.
to activate Attic.
Haddock. Oh, yep. Here we go.
Ah, the smoked fish for breakfast.
Smoked fish. All right, let's see. And
8.
again,
He did not activate.
oh, damn, I'm not charging you.
Doesn't mean a whole lot. You can still charge.
I can't get. I'm not allowed to enter a zone of control, right?
That's in the movement segment.
Oh.
Charging happens during the close combat segment, so actually there's nothing to prevent you doing that.
Oh.
Really, for a
Okay.
cavalry leader, being in command is
1, 2,
kind of move.
4, 5, 6, 7. All right.
He's running away.
One is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that one's going to be able to make that. No, going to be able to make that. These guys are going to be able to make that.
Yeah, basically the only thing it really cost you was the rapid march potential, which you're undoubtedly thinking about right now. I guess the other place where it really matters is those special events where you have to make a leadership initiative roll.
One could go there. That one could go there. And
Why not?
why not?
Where does the smoked fish go?
That's Mr. Smokefish to you.
It is. It
Yeah.
totally is. Hmm. All right. We're doing a little battle of maneuver here.
Yeah. He's refusing his right flank.
It looks a little bit like it.
Yeah.
He's got his right flank anchored at the edge of the world.
Yep. There's
In
nothing.
true wargame fashion.
Yep, exactly. Just drops right off the edge.
All right. Now who's?
I think it's my roll. I
Yep,
think.
it's your roll.
I think it is. Yeah. All right.
Get something decent.
It's another
25.
damn advance. Boys, we're going to need liver transplants at the rate of this. Is any well? Why don't you bring Zeaton's back line up?
Yep,
just
I
so
can do that. So
it
we're
just
at
gives
least.
you more flexibility.
And I don't have to bother to worry about rolling for him because it doesn't matter,
Because
does
you're not
it?
going to go very
Yeah.
far anyway.
So, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this guy's gonna come up here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bring this guy down here. And then this guy will come here. Does that look
Might as
good?
well
Yep.
move Zeaton while you're at it.
Yep. Zine will come up here. He'll stack with those guys.
Okay. Flippity flippity flip. All
Flippity
right.
flop.
We may be getting close to the end turn, Eric. You're going to show us the way.
Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I pressed the wrong button.
I'll be darned.
44.
Oh, that's a terrible disappointment. We didn't get to the end turn.
Well, give us
All
time.
right. Have you got anything else you need to move, like to move,
That
that would involve
desperately
going
needs to
off-road?
move. Let's see. Well, I've got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's got this cavalry now that is within, I guess, range to hit my grenadiers here, if I'm reading this correctly. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah, almost
So
certainly.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. 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 Could. Yeah.
So, should I put this guy in like a hook or something like that so he doesn't get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, they'd have to turn. So 6 and then 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they could hit him. This guy here could hit him in the flank, right?
Yeah, I suppose so. Well, yeah, I mean, if you want to, sure.
Okay. Well, you tell me what makes sense to do.
No, I mean, there's some merit to the idea. Obviously, those guys are pretty strong. So you could think about taking that chance and putting him into square exactly like we talked about when he comes charging.
Right.
Um, that would be another way of doing it. That I mean, they're going to be quite good, so they're going to roll pretty well. They might still end up disordered, but
So
disordered in the
instead of putting him in hook right
just
now,
leave him, just
just
leave
leave
him where
him
he is and put him into square when somebody comes
when somebody
charging.
comes charging him. Okay. All right. Well,
That's another possibility. I mean, you could go in hook and say, you know what, I'm going to sit here at the end of the line, and I'm gonna shoot at you when you
right.
come at me, and that's a legit strategy. Going into square is certainly another strategy, and it would leave him with the awkward problem of everybody else is in line,
Right.
and unless he can dislodge that square, he doesn't have much to go with.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, then I don't have any pressing need to move
Anybody
anybody
in particular?
in
All right.
particular. So if you've got somebody you want to poke around,
Now, you did move.
I
You moved.
can. I mean, I could move up.
Oh, what was the other half of Harchmoy's
That is
Coal Creek or
this
whatever
guy
his name
here.
is?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, but I see that you were still trying to get the second line in place behind him, so
Right.
it's
Right.
not like you're really in a rush to move forward.
Right.
So
So the
that's
other
totally
guy that's part of Harchmoy is this guy here, which is Kersel or
right.
Kalkruth. That's it. Kalkruth.
Kalkruth, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, I mean, you got a nice, pretty line. It doesn't make any sense to,
Yeah.
to,
So
to
I
mess it
can.
up. So, all right. Well,
Yeah.
if you haven't got anybody that you urgently need to, I mean, you can just flip somebody over if you want, or whatever. Because I figure, I mean, I'm going to be doing nothing but end turn marching here.
Okay. Well, I could, I guess, poke around with my heavy cavalry down here, my dragoons or my cuirassiers or whatever the heck they are. Dragoons, yes, I guess.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, if you want.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it makes sense to kind of get some people up in a different spot
I,
of the line, or
I
do you
don't
normally
know
leave
that.
one hex a gap between people, or what's a good
I,
strategy?
I,
Well, it's better to leave little alleyways to go
Okay.
they can retreat through.
I mean, certainly there's an argument to be made, especially for the second line, to have a couple of gaps in it every now and again to let units, move
Route through
through
it.
if they need to route through. The other thing is being 2 hexes back means that a given unit can cover 3 hexes of line. Any one of 3 hexes in the line ahead of you could be broken and you could advance and engage.
Ah, okay.
If there is no gap, then you
Right.
can only cover 2 hexes. So it
Right.
just gives you a little bit more flexibility about being able to react.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
that's just the way I think about it.
Right. So, well, maybe what I'll do is I'll activate the Württemberg here, who's the leader, right? And I can move this guy. So that's going to be, I guess, 1,
hmm
2, and then he can turn
Actually,
back.
that's gonna be 3
Yeah,
because
he's
of the
got
slope, and then 4.
plenty of stuff.
Yeah, all good.
So we got a little bit of, so we got a gap there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so that kind of covers this end of my line with the heavies. And then I've got these guys up here covering the other end of the line. Okay, I think I'm happy with that.
All right, very good.
Okay. All right, I rolled the exciting 44.
Yes, indeed, it was thrilling.
It's
And
David's
now
turn.
It's David's
Oh,
turn.
he's rolling 33.
Oh my gosh, we're getting weaker and weaker, boys.
We've gone from huge numbers to
Oh,
tiny,
yeah.
tiny, tiny little numbers.
Just almost embarrassing now. Okay. Is there any more line dressing you want to do there?
No.
We're so close to the end turn that I'm reluctant to kind of do anything that's going to disrupt formations, right?
Yeah. Well, and so that's why I didn't really see anything worth doing on my end of the universe.
Sure, absolutely. Well, I mean, if you want to just flip Winterfeld, and we'll just keep going.
Okay, here we
I
go.
mean, unless you've got a specific reason to do something different.
Well, no, I will flip Cursel or Cussel over
Okay.
here. I'm not doing anything exciting with him, so we'll
Oh,
flip him.
Curso, right? Yeah,
Oh,
that guy. All right.
flip
All right.
the unit by mistake.
Yeah, don't flip the unit. Yeah. All right. And I will roll now. Now, see how it's done, boys?
There we go.
That's how you do it. So now we're in end turn land. All right. Uh, I will go ahead and activate Brandeis from Lechtwit's outfit. I guess I'd roll. He's definitely not doing any rapid marching at this point. I think that's pretty clear. Let's see. There's 1.5 hexes between those guys. 1, 2.
Well, remember it's 3 on the main road.
Oh, you're quite right. Thank you
Yeah.
so much. Yeah, so they're actually. Well, they're still. I'm just adding up how many hexes these guys are going to be able to catch up. He's going to go a half. That's effectively 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's no point in this guy going any further than this.
Yeah, because the other guy's going to be right about there.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
because that's effectively a half.
Right.
That's effectively 1,
Mm-hmm.
2, 3, 4.
Yep.
And it will surprise no one that we're just going to do more of the same. Yep.
I would
All
contend
right.
he would be one back from there, but I'm not going to worry about it.
Really?
Yep.
So if that's half, that's 5/6. So I'm just calling that 1. So that'll be 2, 3, 4. What did I miss? He was here.
No, he was there. I thought he was there.
No, the Brandeis. This
Never mind.
this
I
one
don't
was
care.
right there.
Just-
Yeah.
He was here.
Yeah.
I mean, 1, 2. That's 1 unit. That's 2 units. That's 3 units. So yeah, he would have been here.
Now I think what David might be talking about is these guys here because they were on the other part of the road. So maybe I know.
Oh no, that's entirely fair.
Yeah.
That I would completely.
Well, let's see. But he
Oh,
was
no.
he was here. That's
I
1,
take his-
2,
I
3,
completely take his
4.
meaning,
Yeah, I
because
think.
that hex would have been able to go no further than there. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. So that hex could do it, but I bet these units further back would not have been.
Yeah.
able.
This guy should be
Yeah.
at least 1 more back, right? Because he was
Yeah,
here.
yeah. No,
So that's
that makes sense.
1, 2,
Yeah, I
3,
think
1, 2,
starting with
3,
this
right
one,
here.
actually.
4.
Yeah, because he would have been 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, yeah, these guys, that's as far as they could have gone, is right there. So actually, it's worse than you were thinking.
Which guys?
Oh well, well, hold on. Let me get my act together
Yeah.
here. I'm moving units that aren't part of the command anyway.
Oh, well, there you go.
So let's aggregate my feces here. Okay, so these guys are here.
Yep. That's
And-
1.
So they can go 1, call that 2, 3, 4. Okay, so they're here.
Yep.
All right. And then the leader is still close enough to reach everybody.
Yeah.
So that's all good. Um, all right. So I will flip him over and just in the interest of just keeping everything all figured out, 2, 4, 6. I'm going to go ahead and move the wing leader here just to start the semblance of wing organization
Wingliness.
without the reality of it, but nevertheless the sense of it. All right, so now it's time to just start banging through die rolls. Eric.
Okay.
All right, that's another one for us. I'll just go ahead and finish up here. So being more careful now. 1, 2, 3, 4 is as far as he can go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's as far as he can go. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And he is, yeah, that is definitely still part of the same outfit. I'm just wanting to make sure I'm not getting out of control here.
That's Shoning, I think, right?
Isn't he?
Yeah, they're all
seems-
part of Shoning.
That seems reasonable.
Yeah, he's that whole big long line. He was a biggie.
Yep, yep.
Oh, he was that one, yeah. All right. Yeah, it'd be even better if they were, I don't know, involved in combat instead of just, marching up and down the square. But, whatever. All in good time, I guess. And all the way back, huh?
Yep,
Wow.
yep. Just lasso the whole lot and just drop them down, yep.
Yeah, absolutely. And Shoning is part of Beverin's outfit, and it's Beverin, one of the guys up front here, right?
Yeah, Beverin's
One of
here.
the ones. Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. So we'll bring Shoning down. And I'll go ahead and have Beverin do his salmon impersonation. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, he's not quite close enough, but that's fine. I'll just move him back here.
There you go.
All
And then I
right,
think
so that's that.
Brunswick is the other chap who's part of that. So, all right, David, your turn to roll, I guess. Right.
Wing!
Yeah.
It's a wing activation.
Woo. Woo. Oh, actually, you- okay. Just thinking about activations here. Who is this? That is Conacher. Conacher, part of Braunschweig's outfit. And I guess the rest of Braunschweig's guys are back here.
They're
Yes,
here
they
at the
are.
top of the road, yep.
Okay. All
So
right.
you've got some guns here, right? And then Braunschweig is there.
Right.
And Conacher is... Who's he part of? don't know who he's part of. He's...
Conacher is part of Braunschweig's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's actually the leading part of Braunschweig's.
Oh, we've got two Braunschweigs. We've got the Braunschweig, we got Braunschweig, the wing leader, and we've got Braunschweig, the
No wonder I'm
division leader.
confused.
So Prince Braunschweig is this guy here, and he's part of Beverin's group.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm so confused now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this Braunschweig is the brigade leader. He'll want to march south to
Right.
join
So,
Beveren.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's- All right. Well then, I guess I will go ahead and activate him, and we'll just start marching south. And he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 Fusiliers with him,
Yep.
and that's what he's got stacked with him. Okay.
Yep.
All right. All right. Let's just go ahead and make this happen. So I'm going to go ahead and activate all these guns with him. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we'll bring his guys on one by one. Actually, if I were a lot smarter, I would just do this. Oh no. No, it'll never work if you try it. Try being clever. That won't get you anywhere. Okay. All right. So we got all that going for us. I'm going to go ahead and activate these other guns here while we're at it. These guys along here, these
Right.
big 12 pounders. And let's just do 1, 2, 3, and just move the king out of the way.
We have to roll to see if he gets run over.
I hope not. All right, so they're all done, and I think that's it.
All right.
Yeah, because the other thing is a completely different outfit.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Your roll, I think.
Your roll, Michael.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
07.
Uh-oh.
Something for the Austrians.
It was fun while it lasted. Special rally.
Special rally.
Special round.
Do you have it? Well, they got one guy who's shaken, I
You get
guess.
one shaken guy. Although I don't know how you'd actually.
Oh,
I don't. Since he's nowhere near a leader.
pick a command. Yeah, you're right.
I don't. Yeah. I don't think you can help him. So I'm not sure if you have any use for it, David. Do you?
That would be, as far as I know, the only one.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're right. All
Go
right,
ahead
we'll
and
try again.
save it.
This
Put it in
time
your
with
pocket.
feeling. Yeah, definitely. You can bank up to 2 of those.
A 2-0. Oh, it's even better. That's one for us. Army leader laps.
Oh, great. There we go.
The
That's
guns rolled over.
Yeah, they
Frederick,
did.
yeah.
They rolled right over his flute case.
Yep, that's
He
it.
was furious. Just lost his stuff. So what does that mean? It's +3 to David now?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So here we go. Okay. Well, then that's one for you, David.
For me, okay. Well, let's see. Let's do. I'm going to fire my.
Big guns.
Yeah, big. I'm going to fire my 12 pounders at the bottom end here of the line. Let's see. I don't think the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The others aren't in range. The 6.
Oh my gosh, they're just 3
They're
pounders.
3
Wow.
pounders,
That's
yeah.
that's a big drop off.
Yeah.
All right.
So they're
So
not.
what did we decide that was?
But the 12 pounders are in range.
Are they still at ×4? So they're at 8.
They're at 12.
1,
so
2,
they're
3,
yeah,
4,
they're
5,
8.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. So it's 8 to 10, but I think you got a
8 to
plus
10.
15
Yeah.
for the height differential.
8 to 10 plus 15. Add buff.
Well,
Oh,
that was no good.
yeah,
That's no good.
not really. Okay.
The other group here. Let's see. Let's do the howitzer. Let's see. The howitzers, they get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's only a times 1. All right, I'm going to do the big one at the end of the line. Okay, so this group here. All right, so it's the at 11. So the 12 pounder, or the 12 pounders are ×4.
Right. And that's
8.
6s adds another 1. And the leader lets them fire together, right?
Right.
Okay.
So that adds their ×1. So that's 2.
So it's 1 to
that-
1.
1 to 1.
And you
again,
just
we're
have a
at
plus 10, I think.
10. 1 to 1 plus 10.
79.
Oh, just missed.
Mm.
No, I'm sorry. No, that doesn't miss. With the plus 10, it doesn't miss. That should be 1 hit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
And that was this chap here?
Yeah, and
Okay.
mine.
All right.
Yeah,
So we add an increment lost. And do I make a morale check or not? Because it was a...
No, 69. There's no need for a
Okay.
morale check.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
right. And
I'll
then the
shoot
howitzers.
I'll shoot at the one next to it, but I think that's only
Was it like 1 to 3?
9, 10, 11. So there, the howitzers are
Times 1.
1, 2 to
So, yeah,
2
2
to
to
10.
10.
10, 1 to 3, nothing. There.
Okay.
Do I have anybody left on that?
I
No.
don't think so. Now, were you actually going to activate anybody?
Oh, yeah, I should have to activate somebody there.
Yeah. Just saying.
He looked like a good one to activate since he was up there by the gun. So, all right.
Oh, sure, absolutely. All right, well, that was my roll. So, Eric, it's yours.
Okay, here we go. A 3-0.
It just keeps
That's
on
another.
going now.
Now we're getting these.
Command confusion.
No.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's hidden pawns. I was
Hidden
on the wrong
pawns,
column.
yeah.
My bad. But of course
It doesn't
doesn't
affect anything at this
to
point.
anybody
Yeah.
on roads, so
Right.
yeah, it's irrelevant. Right.
Here, let's roll again.
Right.
Okay, it's another Austrian.
That's him again.
The wing.
Yeah. Sure.
Oh, I might as well do the rest of my wing over here. And so who's left in the wing? Doesn't really matter. There's only one guy
Talking
left in the wing.
Yeah. Really.
Where are you at?
I was going to do the wing there, but of infantry wing, but there's only one left in the wing anyway,
Oh.
so we'll just flip him.
Well, what about Durcell?
Who?
The guy up on the north flank.
Up there by the Fletches.
Yeah, behind the earthworks.
Yeah, but he's not part of that wing, though, is he?
He's the wing commander. You're talking about this guy?
No. Durcell, up here.
Up north.
Yep.
Yeah.
North of Kej.
Right. Okay.
He'll get to him eventually.
Yeah,
Okay.
all good. So,
All right,
we ready to
your
move
turn,
on?
David. Roll your dice. Move your mice. It's another exciting.
That's you.
All right. Okay. You, Michael.
Sorry?
He
You,
just
Mike.
flipped herself.
Oh, so he did. Right, brilliant. All right, that's another one to you.
The flip. Yeah, where
I mean,
guy.
you do still have Peroni in the back, you know.
I know.
All right, just saying.
Okay. All right.
He's got a case of Peroni in the back.
Yeah. Okay, Eric.
All right.
No,
Well,
that's
this
us.
one's us. Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
So we can only move stuff that's on the road. Is that correct? During this end turn.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So I'm just gonna be bringing on
People.
folks from these outfits out here. So I'm gonna bring on what's his name? Why can't I find who's the command? Oh, Veed.
Okay.
This guy off here. I mean, he can't. I'm trying to decide how I want to handle this.
What, you got a V too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, those Germans are not.
They're probably cousins.
Probably are.
Yeah.
Probably are. Not making super fast progress, but I'll go ahead and bring him on the board just for laughs. And flip him.
You can
And I
bring
guess I'll
Prince
go ahead and
Heinrich.
bring the
Prince
wing leader
Heinrich.
on too, just for jollies. And flip him as well. And then I will move these guys up to, take up a threatening position there.
There you go.
And that'll be that. So that was Eric's role, I think.
Yep.
So David.
And another one
That's.
to me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. Who do I got
And
left?
I think the end turn marker would have actually been broken. We've gone around so many times it would have twisted off.
Yeah.
All right. Did the Grenadiers.
All right. And it's my turn then.
Yeah.
That's another one
you
for the
again.
Austrians.
Yeah, I'll do this other cavalry group down here.
Alright.
That was Spada.
Right.
Oh,
Alright.
Altman. Okay, here we go. That's another one for the Austrians.
Another one for the. Who's I got? Okay. So, this other cavalry group down here. Okay. Boom. Done. All right. That gets
Your
it
turn.
To me. And
Another one for
me.
you.
And another end turn. All right. I think all the infantry is moving except for the guy on the road. Is that correct?
I think so.
I think that is so. Yeah, because those are the ones you did first, mostly. So yeah.
What happened to your troops? Where are they going, David?
Sure. He just beat me to it. I was going to do that to him.
Oh, they're heading up that way.
There is one hex right up that road. That is the extreme end of the north map. That even though the west map is here, it's actually not part of the scenario. So you can snake up that road or snake down the road, depending upon which way you're going.
And all right, so that's my final move.
Your final offer?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it's to you, Michael.
Alrighty.
So that's yours.
Yeah, I bet it is. Well, let's see. It's going to be.
I'll let you take that.
Thank you, Conacher. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, that one stays like that. And let's see. Yeah, wanted to make sure I'm not missing out here. Okay. Now, I'm just wanting to make sure that I haven't lost my mind here. Ah, right. Okay, so I think that's it for him. And
All right, I'll go ahead and roll. 4-0. What's that? That's other player picks a command to be finished. Initiative required.
no, because it's
Oh
oppression
no, that's
4,
oppression.
so
it's another hidden
more
bond.
More Dan carp ponds. So nothing. So roll
Okay.
again. Okay, I dare say he's going to give us another one.
Oh, that's
yes.
a tie. So roll again.
Indeed it is.
Now it's ours. Legitimately.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, I guess I bring on Panvitz, who's like the last of these guys coming on this board. So that is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So he'll go here, and he'll go here, and the top one will go here, and the next one will go here. And we'll select them all. We'll turn them all comme ça. Man, this teamwork is really, really touching. All right. And I'll bring the fella on and flip him over and move these guys over. And then I guess I'll bring Braunschweig on since he's their wing leader. And just put him somewhere. All right, so that means I've only got, what, 7 units still off the board.
Oh,
All
no,
right,
but you
then.
got artillery too, don't you? That's
Well,
one,
I did
two.
count the artillery.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, all good.
Almost there.
Indeed.
They will show up just in time.
Yeah, just in
just
time
in
to
time
unlimber,
yeah.
and we declare victory.
Yeah.
So, yeah, well, that's definitely the way I'd do it if I were in the war.
All right. Well, David, it's your
All right.
roll, or are we done?
Think we're done. Do we have any commands that haven't activated? We still got, what's his doodle here? Kalkaruth
Yeah.
on your
I mean,
infantry
but
line.
he can't do anything, so.
Well, I know, but he still has to activate.
Yeah.
I mean,
A 9-0.
I know.
see,
Leader
and that's
initiative. Oh, pick a
free
command
movement
for
segment
free movement
only.
segment.
Initiative required.
Well, who do you want to move?
Right, and I think it's going to tell us that it still applies in end turn, but still applies to subject to end turn limitations. Yes, it is. That's exactly what it said. All right, so somebody who's going to stay on the road. Well, probably not really very much we can do there.
Well, there's Brandis. You can bring him up, and he and Kleist can work together with Lestvitz, right? So if you get a wing activation, you could have Brandis and, right? Brandis is here on the Kaiserstrasse.
Yes. And that's all these guys all the way back to It's those first 3
Yep.
battalions. Yeah, well, I could bring them up.
Yeah, I mean, there's really not anything else. Everything else is all kind of backed up everywhere
blocked.
else. Yeah,
Is somehow blocked. So yeah, that's probably the one. So I need to roll 4
more or
less.
less.
One are you doing?
This guy on the Kaiserstrasse.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So kind of
'Cause-
trying to close up his units.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, just because everybody else, the roads are blocked.
Right.
So there isn't anything else that would actually make much sense. I mean, sorta, but whatever. I'm gonna do it anyway. So here we go.
Yeah.
And I roll a 0, so I guess that's
Yeah.
good enough. So there we go. All right, so that is
So
1, 2, 3. And at this point, I might as well just go ahead and take him out of road. So I will. And this one here, 1, 2, 3. And again, I'll just go ahead and take him out of road as well. And then this one is 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just bring him up some more. Even though he's still going to be in road. I mean, I guess strictly speaking, it's a full movement segment. I could go ahead and take him out of road and spend the extra. So I'll just rapid march him to take him out of road column. And I will roll to see if he suffers from that. He does not. And we'll bring the leader up here. And that's that.
there you go.
Now, we still need to roll another one, I guess, don't we, David?
was
All right.
was this one part of it?
Wait a minute. I'll make sure I'm.
No,
I thought
he's not.
he only has 3 battalions.
Oh, okay. All
So
right.
yeah, he's part of the unit behind.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's part of that huge,
Gotcha.
massive
All right.
force.
So
Yeah.
I'll roll again then. 98.
All right, and I think that's Cal Kruth, and that should be it, right? Is there
Yep.
anybody else?
I mean, the only other one that I've got is my heavy
still got the
cavalry, the front
cavalry,
line
yep.
of my heavy cavalry.
Yep, yep,
So
yep.
go ahead and roll,
absolutely.
Michael.
All right.
04.
That's
That's
an Austrian 4
command
this time.
confusion.
Other player picks one of the commands which may be finished initiative required. Okay, well that's a big nothing.
Yep.
But
roll again.
But if you want to, you can, David, you can force Krakow to roll to see if he's finished. Do it. Do it. Make him roll. Do it.
Is there a
So-
downside?
It's no, literally, there's no purpose to any of this because
All right.
I mean, it's the only formation left on the board that hasn't activated.
All right, I force you to roll.
All right, make him roll. Roll 1 die, Eric,
For what?
to see if Krakow is forced to activate next or is forced to be finished.
But it's an Austrian. It was a 04 for the Austrians.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
I get it.
So it's the Austrians are confused. So we get to pick one of their
You
commands.
get to pick one of his, which is already done.
Yeah,
Okay, never
yeah.
mind.
So I'm just
Sorry.
like, what are you
All right.
talking about? Let me roll again.
I'm rolling.
7-0. All right. Pick a command to perform a free disorder recovery phase, rally phase. That's for us. So do you have anything that you need to?
Yeah, I got
Try to
that
rally.
guy up there who's persistently shaken. So yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Go ahead and take it.
that's
It does
clutched.
not say initiative is required.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
55. He finally manages to get himself unscrambled.
There you go.
He needed a 41.
So you go from shaken to disordered?
No.
Okay.
Let's go
It's
from
like,
being an
what?
idiot and clicking on the wrong button.
Okay.
That's what I do. So yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right. Let me roll again.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So
All right, now
now
it's done.
Crackshow can go.
Okay. All right.
And that should
All right.
be everybody.
Now I don't think we have anybody left to rally because my one unit that needed to rally just did rally in the special event. So there's really no reason to roll for rallying. David, I think you just got your skirmishers that, and I don't think that's going to be good enough. Aren't they 40s?
They're 40. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
That's not going to be good enough.
So he routes now? Is that?
Oh no, that's a rally attempt. Nothing gets worse by trying to rally. It just means that he doesn't recover.
Right.
And what it effectively means is because he doesn't recover, I'm going to bum rush him again next turn. And this time when he tries to retreat before close combat, of course he's going to be rolling on a +10 because he's already shaken. And if he fails this time, then he routes.
I was wondering why you did that instead of shooting at them next turn. Right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no, I mean, I just bum rush him.
Okay.
And eventually he's gonna break.
Okay. All right. Well, I was curious because I thought, oh, why is he going into close combat instead of just shooting at him next turn?
We're just scooting him out of the way.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wanted to keep the road clear so I could keep marching west, but I can see I'm going to have company if I do that.
Well, that's not so bad.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
The whole point of the exercise is to spread the battlefield out, so job done.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole point of my skirmishers, they're not worth much, but I've definitely slowed you down.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It was a bold move. I mean, when you got that first activation, that was a great thing to do, to just go ahead and get in the face. I mean, you got to figure they're all dead men walking.
They're Grenzers. There's not any other.
Yeah, the thing I did have to they had to be activated to actually move next to you. It didn't even matter if it was a zone or control. It was just to move next to you. They had to activate. So I did get lucky and got both of them activated. So.
Actually, you know what? Did we skip something? I'm pretty sure they actually had to roll some sort of morale check to enter an enemy zone of control, didn't they?
They didn't enter a zone of control.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, because you were in road.
Right. No, yep, you're exactly right. Yeah. So yeah, no, that was definitely the right thing to do to make me deploy probably a turn earlier than I was going to, because I knew I couldn't just go marching past the village. I was going to have to break off at least one command to go ahead and hold the skirmishers down and let other people march to the west. But whatever.
Yeah,
life goes on.
Hey, and you took some casualties out of it too. So
I did, yeah. And those are guys you don't really want to lose. We're not grenadiers. It's no bueno.
Yeah, there's more where that came from.
Yeah, there are, but still.
All right, so I think that we made it to the end of another turn.
I think we did.
I think we
did. We need to advance the clock, I guess, and hit the end of the turn button and magically make things change.
Button, right? Yeah, and then
we do the morale check.
Oh, we'll do the morale check, which will take no time at all, considering how many casualties there've been.
You don't go on a level with 2?
I'll have to look, but I'm gonna guess probably not. And I hope you don't go on a level at 3, because you've got a guy who took 3.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd kind of be surprised. Yeah.
Do we check every turn or just at the top of the hour?
No, top of the hour. Top of the hour. Yeah. The Austrian army, the first level is 75. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Prussian army is similar. 75. Yeah. So there's got to be a lot of casualties before anybody starts rolling.
Okay. Yeah, and we have to get, and I think the victory conditions where we have to get the other guy to a plus 20 or plus 30 or something like that.
I think it was plus 20.
Yeah.
I think it was. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yep.
All right. Well, very good.
One
Well
that goes
done,
over
gentlemen.
20 loses. So
Yeah.
Very well done. And now I'm gonna take you to
All right. Let me
The-
save
the-
this here real quick.
the lovely and talented Fontenoy.
Okay.
game it. Need to save a copy. So I was looking at the special rules for water